Wow, wow. Wow.
You know, I think the only real question this long hair brings to the table is who the hell has been cutting everyone else's hair? Man, his legs took their sweet time to stop working. Oh, and now they're totally fine. You know, if he's supposed to be a prisoner of some sort, they really did a bad job of holding him as one. He wasn't even restrained in any way.
Operation Caron, stage 1 successful. Begin stage 2.
Man, I wonder what this all means. Hopefully this whole part of the plot doesn't get completely ignored in further seasons. Oh, so this place isn't empty? Why was no one at least in the general area of Shiro's room? At some point, you just have to question how bad these robots are at their job to be able to be defeated by a recently awoken from the dead Shiro. Come to think of it, if Shiro was considered so dead that they didn't have him restrained at all, why was his body just left to rot in a room on the ship? That's both parts unsanitary and wasteful of space. Now they're just going to show us frames of action because there was no way Shiro was surviving this situation without the actual use of literal bullshit.
Notify command headquarters. Operation Caron stage 3 is underway.
Man, I sure hope we find out what stage 3 means. Now, what would the Galra have done if Shiro died right here? Their whole experiment would have been a flop. Serious question here. Who did it better?
I knew there was a risk in bringing him back after such a long absence, and I worry about the path he leads us down.
Well, yeah, why would you put someone who was just exiled in charge of everything all of a sudden?
Follow his battle cruiser and report any suspicious behavior to me.
What even qualifies as suspicious behavior? This is still a kid's show, right? Or are we now getting to the Goblet of Fire portion of the series?
What killed you?
Who cares? Don't try to sound philosophical now. Random rebel ex machina. Okay, I don't mean to get too vulgar here, but what kind of weird man diapers did they put on Shiro that his junk is totally smoothed out? Or does he just not have genitals anymore?
What's that noise?
This is probably a worse way of restraining Shiro than just leaving him completely untied.
Did you remember to put the clamp on him?
Which clamp?
The one that keeps his arm from turning into a weapon.
The red one?
It's the only clamp we have!
Man, that wasn't clunky exposition at all.
You're rebel fighters.
I know this because the script says so, duh.
We stand against the Golra. We haven't thrown our lot in with them like you have.
I make this assumption because, well, if I know.
The Golra have been sending scouts to try and flush us out for years. And now they send you to infiltrate us. A joke.
Why have you just been chilling, pun intended, on this ice planet for years?
They didn't send me. I escaped.
Escaped a Galra battle cruiser?
I'm not buying it!
I mean, I know they let Shiro escape on purpose this time, but it seems easy enough to escape from a Galra cruiser any other time. Also, when did Shiro specify what kind of ship he escaped from?
Contact the Blade of Marmora or Voltron to verify my identity.
And send a signal that can be tracked? No.
Do you people communicate with anyone ever then?
Bring up heat detectors and set blasters to fire around the anomaly.
Around it? I say we hit it!
I want to know who's after me.
Wait, he's not camouflaged at all? Why couldn't you just look at where the anomaly is with your eyes and see the spy ship? I think the size of this rope and room are being highly exaggerated. Shiro obviously didn't have time to set that trap, so how did this guy not already know that was there? What is this, his first day on the job? Also, what's the point of the room with all the hanging clothes? Because firing blindly at nothing always works. What kind of weak-ass clamp is that?
I know that no matter what I say, you won't believe me. So...
Shiro points the gun at them just to build unnecessary tension.
Thank you for all your help.
It's a good thing they had a Shiro-sized suit just lying around.
You know that was our only ship, right?
How hilarious! Those characters are going to die.
The single shuttle is such a small object that the bridge won't be notified. Its defense system is programmed to destroy on sight.
So if it's important enough to need to be destroyed on sight, why isn't it important enough for the bridge to be notified about it? How did no one hear any of that? Also, how the f did that thing not see Shiro? He was hiding in plain sight.
It's now or never.
Well, in a world where everyone hates on The Force Awakens for being too much like A New Hope, it's good to finally see something take from The Force Awakens. It's a good thing the Galra didn't find it weird that one of their pilots went rogue, so they didn't send any ships to destroy it.
Stop sending your cronies after me.
Whoa, that was a living guy, not a machine. Lotor's mafia is f***.
I am the leader. But I am not my father.
Dude, calm down. She said they need your leadership, not that you need to act like your dad. Funny how Shiro only has flashbacks of scenes from the show, because outside of Voltron, he apparently never had a life. Also, having flashbacks of things we've already seen on the show in an attempt to make us think a character is about to die, even though we all know they don't have the balls to kill off a character cliche. Oh, because Shiro's been so important to you this whole time. This is probably the worst ex machina to ever ex machina in a show. Oh, okay, any of that was necessary.
And it goes like this.